I'm here at the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Really pleased now to be joined by Paola Antonelli, Senior Curator and Director of R&D at the Museum of Modern Art. Thank you for coming along.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Edie.
Now we're standing outside quite an interesting example of how design, beauty, architecture all work together in a form that has purpose as well. And I know that that's something that's very important to you. Why is that?
Because I want to make sure that design is seen by everybody not just as decoration, not just as augmenting form or styling, but rather as very intrinsic discipline that brings together all other disciplines to build a better future, hopefully.
So tell me some examples that you've seen yourself of this. Tell me about Victimless leather.
Okay, Victimless leather, we were talking about it before because it's really a poignant example. It was designed by a lab called Symbiotica that's based in Perth. They are really amazing designers that then became scientists in order to do biodesign, to create semi-living entities. And this is a little coat made of mouse stem cells that was in an exhibition I did at MOMA in 2008 called Design and the Elastic Mind. It was an exhibition about design and science. It was inside an incubator, so it was a little coat that would grow along the time of the exhibition. But after kind of 2 weeks into the show, it started growing too fast, and one of the sleeves was dangling. It was kind of weird.
Right.
So, at that point, Oron and Yonat, the designers, were back in Australia, so I texted them, and they said, Paola, it's not going too well, it's going too fast, just turn it off. What? Yeah, turn off the switch, and stop the incubator. And I told them, but I have to kill the coat. And they said, no, Paola, it was never alive. And I'm like, oh, yes, it was alive. So all of a sudden, this became not only an amazing piece of speculative design without immediate function, but thinking about the future, it also became an ethical bomb for me. I couldn't sleep at night thinking that I had to kill the little coat. So I think that that's what design does. It's borderline art when it questions our values, and it makes us wonder what is living, and if we are vegetarian, are we vegetarian because we don't want to kill cows? If we can make meat in vitro, are we going to eat it? So that's what I think design also is, a really big and deep way to question the future.
I also know we were talking earlier about Windmaps, and tell me about that and what you think the importance of that is.
Windmap was designed by two of the best visualization designers in the world, Fernanda Viegas and Martin Wattenberg. Visualization design means taking data, sometimes an amazing amount of data that would be hard to compute and to understand by a human being if they were only figures, and transforming them in maps, in territories, in visuals that can be explored in a more human-friendly way. And Fernanda and Martin are two of the most sublime designers. The wind map is a beautiful example of visualization design in that it shows the winds on the territory of the United States at any given time. And the data comes from the National Weather Forecast, so it's really serious data. But the visualization is almost like wheat field that is caressed by the wind. So it's very instinctive. It's absolutely beautiful. And in this case, the beauty of form is a means of communication. So when we talk about formal elegance, we are really discussing respect towards other human beings and an attempt to be understood.
Paola, thank you very much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion.
Thank you, Edie, for listening to me.
I'm Edie Lush.